any stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the ECU Pirates and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback Ty Simpson to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Alabama's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So East Carolina's offense to go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Pirates decide to punt it away. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And here comes Keelan Russell, a freshman prospect from Texas. Five-star in virtually every recruiting service. Everybody just wowed at his potential, and that potential becomes reality starting in the season opener. Russell. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Let's talk about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
To the air, it's Russell. Puncks it out of the air. Could not make his way to the corner.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and an injury this early in the year. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own, and they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Coming out with it, it's Allen. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes that Alabama offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Russell on play action. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, man, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
1st and 10 from their own 17. This time he wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hamlet.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The run inside, it's Gray. Finding some room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
On the delay, it's Allen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very avid. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Allen.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Pirates will line up to punt it away.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Russell. Caught behind the line. It's Hill. There he goes.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. Looking for the corner and could not find it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They go play action with Russell. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Throwing Russell. Hauls it in. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Russell from the gun on third down. Using his feet to buy time. Plows through the defense. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break as we get a look at the numbers so far. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Russell keeps looking downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Allen. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down on the ECU sidelines, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road,
turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got his man.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's great. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the delay, it's Allen. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it set up on the outside. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. And the Pirates will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. On the move, it's Hill. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wide open downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Keelan Russell. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Throwing Russell. A little screen to the running back. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Pirates will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Running inside. It's Hill. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Heaves it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He's got great speed. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the wide receiver. looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's open on the right. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The run inside. It's Allen. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down?
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. The snap sets up the throw. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down. Russell. Here's a heat. Quarterback gets past the marker. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Line getting set on second down. Keelan Russell. That's caught. It's Hill. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Pirates will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The toss sweep to the right. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Tight end now in motion. Russell from the gun on third down. Looking left. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gray.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. Punt is on its way. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Hey, whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already...
It's caught! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Russell. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Hill. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Pirates will get things started here on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
As a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Allen. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. Stumbled to the ground.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Alabama! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense and to score some points.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Fires left. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's great. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Unloads it left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Pirates will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. Powers through. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, it's Hill. Nice move there. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Keelan Russell. Wide out trying to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a gap. It's Gray. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Pirates line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. He won't be able to... East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Pirates will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it, and they'll go home with a victory. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time.